Hey everybody, and welcome back to another incredible day. I say incredible, the sun is shining outside. It's a pretty hot day out there, and it's not even summer yet. And of course, the markets are super green and breaking those resistances that we wanted them to do. So we're going to get into all that bullish Bitcoin. Ethereum, of course, is really the highlight of the day. And then moving into Pulsechain rallying. It's going to be a lot of fun. Today's live stream, you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be pretty epic. Now, before we get into it, we're going to say hello to everybody. And once again, if you haven't got into our Discord, the link is in the video description. Get the best alpha, best information, and the best community. Get in there, folks. It really is cool. Links in the video description. And I've got a little new product coming out for the Discord, so that will be out soon. So stay tuned for that. And, of course, we're going to have a lot of fun today. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Let's see who is in the house. We've got a few people here. We've got Lies Beneath in with the ultimate strategy, of course. Hello, how are you today? Very good. And, of course, we've got the cool golden strategy there. Hex, EHEX, PLXX, and the Center for the Win, 100%. The Richard Hart golden crypto strategy. And that's what we are fully supported on this channel. And, boy, is it going to play out well. We got Brian in the house there. What's up, folks? Good to see you. Brian, our community leader. Big shout out to him. Now, if you want to on-ramp Coast to on directly to Pulsechain with from fiat to Coast, stable coins, then use Brian's link in the video description. That is the Coast. You get 5,000 weight tokens as a bonus as well. Now we've got PSI in the house there talking about project updates. I'm going to talk about those a bit later, so we'll come back to those posts there. I appreciate that, PSI, and we'll come back to those. We got Humberto. Welcome to the chat, PSI. Humberto says, yo, cheers, Superman and RH family from Bogota, Colombia. Big shout out, Humberto. Welcome to chat again. We got Archie as well. Hi, all. Good to see Archie. And Brennan says BlackRock ETF incoming. ETH ETF. Yes, that's right. So that's also, we have talked about that as well. We're going to talk about that again. Good to see Brennan in the house. We got Eddie as well. I can always count on Hex Token and Superman on a daily basis. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome, Eddie. That's a privilege. We're both sharing the journey together, right? That's the cool thing about Pulsechain. I love it. Crypto Dan in the house there. Hi, guys. Good to see Crypto Dan. Welcome to the chat. Who else is in here? We've got Fergal as well. Greetings from Ireland. Hey, good to see you, Fergal. Welcome to the chat, and I hope things are well in Ireland there. Rev 10 as well. Woo! Let's go. Absolutely, let's go. And Rod Fitzpatrick, Morning Superman, and ye all. Yeah, that's right. Ye all with the Southern Brawl, as we say. All right. Brian says, yeah, there's his link to the Coast app. Thanks, boss. Get your free weight token there. So definitely join up, and you can bridge in over 50 countries, I think it is, from fiat, US dollars, etc., and you can get it straight into stable coins through the CST stablecoin on Pulsechain, and you can purchase some sweet Pulse or something else like that. We're going to talk about Coast today. It is on our project list today, so we'll get to that as well. We got Wookie in the house too. Wookie is a BlackRock. Nice one, Wookie. I hope that's a BlackRock diamond, like the Richard Hart one, so that'd be pretty cool. All right, let's get straight into it, folks. Without much further ado, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the bell. We are streaming over 3 channels, Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, and Pulsechain YouTube. Over 10,000 subscribers, so a big shout out to everybody out there. And if you're new to the channel, smash the like button, smash the bell, all that good stuff. All right, let's get into it. We're going to go straight into there. Bam, there I go, and there we go. Oh, actually, I've got to add this first. Let me get that. Bam. All right, let me just check. Yeah, okay, now I got that. That's checks. Just doing the mic checks. No, I'm not. All right, let us get back into it. And bam, there we go. All right, so stock market. We're going to quickly go through stock market. The Dow ends lower after Powell signals rate hikes remain in play. So that's still on board there. They're kind of keeping it in the back pocket, really. But hopefully we've had the terminal rate. Maybe we'll get one rate hike next year. We'll see. Really depends. The data dependent, isn't it? Let's jump into the stock market there. We've got the Dow Jones is down 0.6%. So not a great day on the stock market, but a good day on crypto. Down 220 points to 33,894. So broke the 34,000 mark there on the Dow Jones. The S&P 500 is down 0.8%, 35 points to 4,347. And NASDAQ down there almost at 1%, 129 points down to 13,500. So that's got all the tech companies in there at the moment. So risk off on the stock market. The volatility index is up 5.8%, and the US dollar is up 1/3% there to 105.77. Looking at the commodities, we got the oil prices. Let's just give that a second to update. Sometimes it changes while I'm about to talk about it, like 10 seconds later. We've got West Texas and Brent oil. So West Texas is at $75, pretty much flat. And Brent oil there is at just under $80, and that's up 0.4% there at the moment, 33 cents. Gold is pretty much flat as well, $962, and silver there is down slightly at $22.67. So that's pretty much it for the stock market and commodities. Now, we did have some, interviews or something like that, some speaking conferences here with some of the Federal Reserve. So we've got Powell, the chairman of the Fed, sends clear reminder that further rate hikes remain in place. In other words, they've still got that optionality there if they need it. The Fed Open Market Committee are not confident that it has tightened policy to sufficient restrictive stance needed to bring inflation back to Fed's 2% target. So obviously they're looking at more data to come in, and maybe they're going to try and blunt force it. So we may get, maybe not this year, but maybe we get a rate hike in the new year. We'll see. While Powell balanced his remarks by reiterating the central bank would progress carefully on future monetary policy decision, the Fed chiefs also said if it becomes appropriate to tighten policy further, we will not hesitate there. Scuppering recent optimism that the Fed hiking cycle was over. In other words, we got to that pivot rate. We will see, or the terminal rate, I should say. The remarks forced traders to call their bets on sooner rate cuts, with the first cut now expected in June rather than May next year. And that's what I've talked about, right, mid next year. So that's pretty on the ball there. Treasury yields jumped. 30-year Treasury yields auction results stoked demand concerns. Treasury yields held onto gains, with the yield on 2-year Treasuries rising about 12 basis points to 4.64%. The yield on the United States 30-year, meanwhile, jumped 12 basis points after the $24 billion 30-year Treasury auction attracted less demand than expected. Now, that can be a bit of a worry, but we're not going to be focusing on that. The auction yields of 4.769% was 5.3 basis points higher than the pre-sale level of 4.7, pointing to signs of weak demand. Yeah, wow. That's an issue by itself. We're going to jump past that. We're going to get to the oil. Oil prices edged higher Thursday, attempting to recover from their lowest levels in more than 3 months. Although worries of a waning demand in China and the US, the two biggest economies in the world, remain. Data suggested early Thursday showed that China, the world's biggest oil importer, fell back into disinflationary territory in October. This followed the American Petroleum Institute, an industry body, stating that the U.S. crude oil stocks rose by about 12 million barrels last week. If confirmed, official data, that would be biggest building since February. There we are. So that is pretty much on the oil. Almost started tripping over some of that, but there we go. Let's go over to the Fed rate monitor, have a look at that. Obviously, the next Fed meeting is in 4 weeks and 5 days and 18 hours. It's going to be on the 30th of December at 1 p.m. Eastern time, so put that in your calendars. At the moment, we still have the market, despite Powell's comments, we still have the market expecting a no change in December, so wrapping up the end of the year, leaving the federal funds rate at 5.5%. We've still got 90.7%. Only 9.3% expect us to get that rate hike. So maybe we'll get a rate hike at the beginning of the year. We'll see next year. That's pretty much it. Let's have a look at January. We've got 20% at the moment, only expecting a rate hike then. So nothing, no big deal there. Looking into March, not much change there either. So we'll keep tabs on that. That is pretty much it for the Fed and the stock market and commodities. We did that in like a couple of minutes. That was cool. Let's jump over to the really good stuff, the crypto. It is having a big green day. The big grand reveal. Ethereum there. Look at that. Wow. 11.46%. This is what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for this. And man, did it blast through? We did a blast through. I talked about blast throughs, right? Just going straight through. Now, Bitcoin, we haven't seen that yet, but that could be coming. That could be coming. So Ethereum, we've seen it. And as you guys know, really 2000, we hit that several months back and we got rejected. And now we just, instead of just hitting 2000, we smashed it. And we gave it the smash and bash or something like that. I'm getting too aggressive here, but we had that with $2,113. We've been rallying through today, up 11.46%. We love these double percentages. This is really, the early bull market stuff, and we like to see it. Now, Bitcoin at the moment, 36,700. Now, that super rallied, got pushed back. So we're going to talk about that on the Bitcoin chart, but we're up 2.39% at the moment. Dominance for Bitcoin is down at 50.69%. And Ethereum there is the star of the day. Look at that thing. Woohoo! I just really like that. That's so key. This is such a significant turning point, a pivot point for Ethereum, and unleashing its potential to go higher is really, really exciting. So good news there. We can see that we've got mixed results across the board at the moment, but hopefully we're going to get Ethereum leading the altcoin rally. This is what we wanted. This is the key, maybe the key to unlock that altcoin rally. Very excited about that. We have got some interesting moves here. We've still got Matic up 6.8%. Everything else is up either under 5% or on the positive or minus. Cash, though, continues to perform and up another 15% to 9 cents. Cash has just been absolutely killing it lately. Really is amazing. So that is the general green crypto market. You guys enjoying it because you guys are all here early at the right time, at the right place. And that's the key, right? Timing is the key. And of course, some of you may be brand new to crypto. Maybe you've come in just at the perfect time. Congratulations to you. So you don't have to wait out the bear market. You're back in at the right time. So kind of cool. Let's jump over to Bitcoin. This is the Bitcoin chart, and look at that. Woohoo! We did get this hyper rally back up to $37,983. That was only hours ago. I was asleep at this time, of course, probably. Was I? Yeah, I think I was. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Was I asleep? I don't know. Let me think about this. What time is it there? I don't know whether I was asleep or not. But anyway, we got the price here is rallied up to 38,000. And of course, this is what we talked about, right? I've been saying for days, you know, when you get that between that 37.5, maybe 38.5, somewhere in that ballpark. And that's where we hit there, 38. So really nice. But what did I say? That you don't be surprised if the market tries to push us straight up to 40K there as well. And some people have got one comment about, you know, market manipulation. Well, when we're talking about market manipulation, we're talking about big players, man, big players that can play these charts. They have the funds to do it. They can play both sides of the trade. And of course, that's where we see these big moves often happen. So sometimes it can be the market generally, but you know, there's a lot of structure in these charts. So you can take what you will of that. I have actually seen it firsthand, played out myself, but we won't get into all that. So there we are, 36,700, looking good. And as long as you're on the train, right? As long as you're on the train, you don't really care too much. And you just got to remember to take profits at the right time in the cycle as well. So there we are, 36,700. Looks like we're going to try and keep pushing higher, but I wouldn't be surprised if we try to make a play for 40K sooner than later. But getting back into 37.5 to 38.5 would be very, very good indeed. That takes us up to that third leg, that third phase, as it were, or third stage, and in the early bull market. So kind of cool on that one. Very critical point though, as well. So that is Bitcoin, and looking really good on the hourly there. Let's go to the daily. Here's the daily chart there. That is the daily for Bitcoin. We've got a golden cross all the way back here, and it's just been running really nice and hot there. Some people were getting pretty bearish in the traders. They're looking at the TA, and they were going, oh, we're going down to 33, maybe 28K. But no, we busted higher, and can't stop it at the moment. So looking really, really, really good there. We'll see how we get on today and over the weekend. We've still got one day of the week for normal stock market trading, of course, and we'll see how we get on. Let's jump over to some of the news for Bitcoin that's driving this stuff, and that is a Bitcoin price pushes towards 36K. Obviously, it's gone higher than that now, ahead of 2023's last approval period for Bitcoin ETFs. So this is what really driving some of this stuff. Analysts at Bloomberg predict that if the spot Bitcoin ETF is not approved in this period, there's still a 90% chance for approval by January the 10th. So a very important date there as well. So January 10th there, we're going to put that into our calendar on here too. So let's scroll this up here if we don't get this by the 17th here. So we've got some pretty important dates here. We're going to add those in. And here is the date there, getting that approved by them. We're going to put let's put a little red line on this one, shall we? Do a red there. And of course, the next date, of course, is the January the 10th. So we'll put that in there too. And let's find January the 10th here. There we go. And those are kind of cool there for the Bitcoin ETF. So we've got this in the date here at the moment by the end of the year. So that's a nice middle point between these two periods, right? So let's see how we get on. So let's have a look at the article here. You see where I got the thumbnail from? Stole this little image. Can you believe it? There we are. We've got the Securities and Exchange Commission has one last short window, an 8-day period starting Thursday, if it wants to approve all 12 spot Bitcoin ETF applications this year. A Bloomberg intelligence analyst wrote in a note on Wednesday. Bitcoin traded slightly higher on Wednesday afternoon, staying well past the 35K. Obviously, it's busted past that now. The analysts, Eric and James here, who expect the SEC to ultimately allow all 12 applications to launch their products, wrote that comment periods for 7 applicants in Wednesday, which means that the SEC could issue approval orders starting Thursday the 9th through to November the 17th there. So that really gives us this range, doesn't it, where we could get that happening, which is pretty cool. And that is the end of the window there. So that is the BTC ETF window, or let's call it phase 1 or window 1. Let's call it window 1 there. So that is kind of cool. Let's give it a red font there. Bam, that is the first one. And of course, the second one, if that fails, is this January one here as well. And that may be bullish actually for crypto if you think about it. Getting later in the year so that we draw out this run up. That's probably the way I guess that means we've got to probably sell the news event afterwards, and then we've got actual funds flow coming in that will bid up the price. So if that we do sell the news event, probably going to be short lived and probably a bit of a dip there, and then of course funds start flowing into through the ETFs into crypto. So you may see that scenario play out too. This is the first approval window after Grayscale's court victory on October the 23rd to convert its roughly 17 billion Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, the GBTC, into a spot ETF. And of course, 3 applicants, Hashdex, Franklin, and GlobalX, may have their own comment periods. The note said, so if the SEC is willing to disregard those applicants for now, they could issue approvals for the first 9, so 9 out of 12, which include BlackRock, Grayscale, 21 Shares, ARK, Bitwise, Vanek, Wisdom Tree, Invesco, and Galaxy, Fidelity, and Valkyrie as well. And we know that Van Alk there is getting very bullish on Solana as well. So that's pretty interesting. The analyst believes that even if the SEC delays its decision another time during this period, there's still a 90% chance that at least one spot Bitcoin ETF gets approved by January the 10th. So that's this kind of the context or that we're in at the moment leading up into here. So very bullish environment. Very excited to see this. So kind of cool. And we may see some of these, these funds managers in their sales team getting onto their clients, accumulating Bitcoin early, right? All that sort of play goes on in the lead up to these SEC approvals. So it's not just waiting for the ETF. There'll be some buying, pushing this market up. There'll be ringing up your clients, your billionaires and all that stuff, your big institutions, and say, hey, we can do custodial for you now for Bitcoin. So very exciting times here. So we'll see how we go. All right, so that is the good news driving things. We also got, obviously, Ethereum is really the story of the day. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's have a look at the hourly there. Man, oh man, I love looking at these charts. We've been waiting for these charts. Look at that. That's the hourly. Bam. Look at that. Damn. That's so good. All right. We got the Soul Jam on today. We're up 11% there. Look at that. Beautiful in 10 hours. Looking really, really good. And so important that we busted through the 2,000 mark, right? The 2,000 is way back here, around about here. So that is the 2,000 mark. And we crushed that. And like I said to you, I said we want to break 2,000, but we really want to, go north. And we have $22,128. So really, really bullish environment there on the daily, on the hourly. Sorry, let's go to the daily as well. Look at that. Woo-hoo-hee! I love it, man. That's so good. All right, so you can't ask for much better than that. That's the Bitcoin one there, looking very, very, very cool. All right, looking good. We're going to delete that one there and delete that comment. Bam. And that is where we are at this stage. So kind of cool there on that. All right, that is pretty much looking good. That's the daily and looking really, really nice. So we're going to jump away from Bitcoin. That is pretty much it there. Let's leave that and looking good on that one. So that leads us up to Pulsechain. So before we get into Pulsechain, let's catch up in the chat because Pulsechain has rallied in response as well. And of course, Pulsechain really is the best place to be. Gas prices on Ethereum have absolutely gone through the roof, as you could have imagined. And of course, Pulsechain makes Pulsechain even better. So we're going to hear from Richard Hart about that. Let's see here. We got some more comments. Let's see. We got up to there. We got up to Rod Fitzpatrick there. We got to Tanzanian in house there. Yes, smashed the through the 2K. Absolutely, was awesome. We got John Neeson in the house as well. What's up, everybody? Hey, good to see you, John. Welcome to the chat. Tim Top as well. What's up, Hexkins? Good to see you, Tim Top. I try to do that every time Tim Top's in the house. We got Harry Williams as well. Yo, 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 yo. Good to see you, Harry. Welcome to the chat also. Definitely smash up the likes there on whatever YouTube channel you're on. And we got Kim there on Superman Crypto. Hi, Sue and all Sue's. Good to see you, Kim. Kim says that's good. Hope the community can help out the CME and fill the 38K gap. Yeah, indeed. What? Then we all dump and outfill the 21K before halving. Says Bitcoin. So says Kim. What else there? Roger Patrick says Ginza looks like the judge in the Trump case. Both act the same and both just as fugly. Absolutely, there, Roger Patrick. That is terrible. They're both rigged. What else we got going there? Let's jump through some of this. Oh, we got some memberships handed out there. Who was that? That was Brian. He's given out five Hex Token channel memberships. Let's see who gets some of those. Let's have a look here. We got Hexel Choice got one of those Hex Token memberships. Bobcat got one. Tibby got one. Crypto King got one, and Tomboss got one. So big congratulations to all five of you, and of course, big shout out to Brian for supporting the channel. He's our community leader and does it like a boss, man. So very, very cool. Thanks so much as usual, Brian. What else there? Kim says not good Ethereum fees though. $77 to buy. What's it? $18 of Hex today. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be buying $18 of Hex with the 77 there. Blobfish King in house there. G'day, Lies. Yeah, Lies always crushing it as usual. Kim says the SEC need to step in and look at these fees. No, they don't, Kim. They don't. The fees are just part of the. You get demand on a chain and it's got limited capacity. It's just like a pipe. That's a small pipe. It's only got so much that can go through it. People got to price it up. This is normal part of economics there, Kim. That's the way it goes. Humberto says, can't wait for liquid lines. Yeah, we're going to briefly touch on liquid lines today. We're going to briefly touch on that a bit later. And who else is there? Yeah, big strong arm there with the old super sticker. Let's put that up there. Yeah, 5 gifted Hex Token memberships. That was awesome, Brian. Smashing it out there. Cheers for the membership, says Tom Boss. Yeah, big thank to Brian for that. So thanks so much, Brian. All right, let's jump away here. We're going to go back into Pulsechain now, but we're going to hear from Richard Hart, the founder of Pulsechain, PulseX, and Hex. And he's posted out a couple of tweets out today. We're going to read the latest one, which is this one he put out just earlier. Pulsechain.com was invented to help get Ethereum fees down and to give you lots of free coins. ETH Bros, it gets the ETH gas fees down lower, and the more load you move over to Pulsechain from Ethereum mainnet. So obviously, if Ethereum is busy, you can come to Pulsechain. Obviously, Pulsechain forked Ethereum, a full system state copy. So everything, all the tokens on the Ethereum are now on Pulsechain when it was forked over on the 10th of May at 10:36 UTC time. So if you're new to Pulsechain and you had assets at that time on Ethereum, you just add Pulsechain to your wallet as a network, and you'll be able to see your tokens. You may have to import the contracts, but you can just check the block Scout Explorer and see your assets. So it's kind of cool. We're going to probably have during the bull market more people find out they have all these assets that are worth a lot of money over on Pulsechain. So it's going to be interesting. It was 10,000x cheaper to transact on today. That's how much cheaper it has been on Pulsechain. It raised $27 million for charity too. Absolutely the world's biggest airdrop. So that was pretty cool from Richard Hart earlier today. Very cool. I posted that in the Discord, by the way, in the main chat, which is the Richard Hart chat on the Discord. So very cool to hear from Richard. Okay, we got day 181 results. So day 181, you can see at the top right there, day 181. We got Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0.74. We got the increase at 7.74%. So we're almost getting into double digits there. But probably importantly, we're at 74% of the mean sacrifice price. So we're getting back there, folks. We're getting back there. And of course, Pulsex at the moment, quadruple 0.228, up 8.18%. So even doing better there. And we've got the pulse ratio to Pulsex is 1 to 3.24. So Pulsex holding up pretty well. They're getting a little bit stronger versus Pulse. And of course, the magical buy and burn, the superior tokenomics on the Pulsechain Pulsex combination versus a lot of other layer ones and dexes is almost 545 billion 547 billion Pulsex there bought up and burned, and that is now 2.65% of the public supply. So we're well over 10%, sorry, over 5% run rate for the first year, as we're coming up only 2 days away until we get to 6 months. 2 days away. Is that crazy? All right, so we've got incentive token at the moment, $1.17, up 9.22%, the best performance so far out of these combinations. And we got the incentive supply over 16 million with the buy and burn at 113,722 from the GameFi protocol TYRH. PHEX at the moment up 7.87%, 1.55 cents, and EHEX is at 0086, so 86 hundredths of a penny. The combined price of PHEX and EHEX is at 2.42 cents. Now, don't be surprised if we keep these Bitcoin and Ethereum stays up and maybe even rallies a bit more, that we could see a real strong breakout in the hexes in the next couple of days, maybe over the weekend. Don't be surprised at that. Definitely more likely than not. And here we are at the moment, 2.41. So we're going to get out of the 2 to 3 cent range in the next couple of days. It's definitely looking good for it. So we'll see how we get on there. Not financial advice, but it's going to be fun to see. We got one PHEX at the moment. We'll get 210 Pulse, and one PHEX at the moment will get you 1.79 EHEX at the moment. So that is the state of play. Let's have a look at the charts. Okay, so Pulse there. Look at that on the daily. That's the daily. Woo! We're almost beating out this previous high here on the 24th. We got up to quadruple 0.7533. Today we've got to quadruple 0.7592. So just slightly higher today. We've got a bit more work to do to truly break out of here, but looking pretty good. And as you guys know, we've still got Brennan's stuff up here for the target, and that was up at 8,200 here. So we'll see how we get on. Can we get to 8,200? Fingers crossed over the weekend, maybe. Let's see how we go. All right, let's go to Pulsechain as well. Actually, let's look at the RSI. RSI has just entered the overbought territory at 71, but of course we could go way up to 85 or something. Let's see how we get on there. We've still got this uptrend in play. Let's see how we go. All right, let's jump over to Pulsechain at the moment. Pulsechain there. Oh, just some profit taking in there. Whoa, some big hands. This is what I mean. Pulsechain under pressure. We've had this before, right? So we had this back here on the hourly, back here. We also had it back here. So we've got profit takers on Pulsechain. Yeah, it can run up fast, but it also has got more profit takers in it. We've seen that pretty clearly. And of course, we must have had some money still here. Yeah, there we go. Look at that, 31K. Anything else? 14K there, 16K. So yeah, some heavy profits being taken out of there by some of these addresses. So that one there is saying that yeah, they bought a couple billion, sold a couple billion, and profit there. So that is the case there. So yeah, decent volume coming just during the live stream too, which is hilarious. But that is the market's going to have to zigzag on the way up there, Pulsechain. So just taking some of the edge off there. Let's jump over to we did get up to a high here of quadruple 0.2387, and of course we've got a lot of work to do to get back to the mean sacrifice price, but that is the play at the moment. Let's go to the daily on this one. The daily still looking pretty good. The low is quadruple 0.2100, the high is quadruple 0.2387, and yeah, we're up 8% there at the moment, and the RSI just slightly in overbought territory as well. So really being lifted by, you know, Bitcoin and Ethereum on the move. See how we go. The incentive token is $1.17. The ratio at the moment, let's see how we got on with the ratio to Pulse. We actually got a bounce back off the bottom. So the bottom at the moment is 15,600. We are now at 15,830. So a bit of a bounce back there for the ratio. Looking at the Pulsechain farms just briefly, those are the yields, just as a snapshot there. So we're still looking pretty healthy on the yields. And obviously the liquidity value is going up as the prices go up. A little bit liquidity value going up there too on the old Pulsechain. Moving to PHEX at the moment. PHEX at the moment is up 7.45 or 7.5%. And we've had a pretty good day in the office there on the daily. We've had a low of 1.436, a high of 15.92. So almost back at 1.6 cents on PHEX there. And the RSI there is still not an oversold territory. So PX got a lot more room to move on the RSI than say Pulse and Pulsechain at the moment. Although Pulsechain has kind of been leading the way until we just saw that profit taking happen. We have a lot more of those big sellers come into Pulsechain despite it running up. Sort of has that play at the moment. PHEX there at 63.37 with a bit of room to move on that too. And EHEX, which has been under a lot of pressure, is see all these wicks but has managed to hold up around the 50 on the Fibonacci. Is pretty much up at the moment too, 85/100th of a penny. Got a lot more work to do to get back up over a penny, and of course to go to parity against PX potentially. We'll see how we get on there, and maybe the whales have done their day for all these wickings that they've been doing. Wicked wickings of the whales, wicked wicking, how about something like that? But that's kind of the play there, and the RSI is very cool on the EHEX there. Look at that, 56. This is the Bridgeton EHEX to Pulsechain, by the way. So it's paired to Pulsechain. 56 down there, so really this could have a nice run up again. Watch out for that. That is definitely doable with the lower RSI. Kind of cool. All right, so that is PHEX there. So Hex looking kind of attractive at the moment. Let's have a look. And the combined price of EHEX and PX is at 2.4 cents at the moment, which is pretty cool. And we almost got back up to 2.5. We got this wick just an hour ago. We got up to 2.465. So looking really good as the old PX EHEX combination. Combined price there at 2.4 cents. We would love to get over that at 3 cent mark, right? Start to head up higher into the 3.5 to 4.5, 5 cent range. That'd be so good. And then of course maybe into the 5 6 cent range after that. Watch out for the Hex chart, man. It can do some stuff sometimes, and we might see some big green candles in there just suddenly come out of the blue, go bam, and then it's gone beep up to the right. And you're going, what the heck happened? I was going to buy some. Damn me, hold back. But it's too late. It just happens that way as we enter this sort of bull market territory. All right, so kind of cool there. That is pretty much that. We're going to come back to the Pulsechain in a minute, but before we do that, let's get into the rest of the stats. Let's go to validators. We got 50,769 validators on Pulsechain. So it is really the people's chain there. Look at that around the world. I love it. We've got 1.62 trillion Pulse off the market. We're waiting for the liquid loans to collateralize Pulse and take even more off the market. And maybe that will even further accelerate the Pulse price there for the layer 1 chain, right? So Pulse is the layer 1 chain. And of course, that's how we're going to rock and roll there. All right, let's jump over to the gas prices, which Richard Hart was talking about, and see how that's going. Let me refresh here. So the gas prices, we're at 1 million beats at the moment. Woohoo! So we actually had a couple of low days there. We're back at 1 million beats, so basically 2 times normally the beats that we have, but of course we've got more activity on the chain. We're at 2 cents for a Pulsex swap, 2 tenths of a penny for a Pulse coin transfer, and 5 or half a cent there for a PRC20 transfer. We're 1,200 times cheaper than Ethereum at the moment. It costs you $30 to do a swap on Ethereum at the moment, and we're 3,100 times cheaper than Bitcoin at the moment, and it costs you $5 to do a Bitcoin transfer. So that is pretty much it at this stage. So looking really good. And let's have a look at the Gwei on ultrasound for Ethereum, and look at this stuff. This is the last 7 days, but look what's happened the last day on Ethereum. Woohoo! Look at high. Some of it got super high here. Look at this thing at the top here. It was over 250 Gwei here on the old Ethereum. Look at that spike at the top. Crazy. And it's certainly elevated at the moment. 43.9 at the moment on Gwei. So Pulsechain is super cheap, and of course is the place to do business, right? Look at this thing. Look, it's even higher now. 1,600. It's gone from 1,200 to 1,600 times cheaper. $27 to do a swap on the Ethereum. $27 right now. That's crazy, and we're at about 40 Gwei. So you can imagine what it costs when we get up these spikes here over 200. It's just crazy, man. We're talking probably $100 or something, $120. Who knows what the price? Pretty crazy stuff. So really cool place on Pulsechain there. I had to point that out. So looking good. So we'll see whether we get some reprieve here. Obviously, as these markets cool off and maybe consolidate on the older Pulsechain and Ethereum, but looking really good. I hope you guys are bullish about it. Looking so cool. All right, we're going to get in the top PRC20s at the moment. So let's quickly get into this because I want to get into the Pulsechain projects. Let's go through some of the highlights here. We're going to look by liquidity, and let's go to PRC20s, top PRC20s. Let's do that. Bam, there we go. Am I the right one? I've got to wait till it updates. Still sitting on Pulsechain. There we go. We've got, let me just double check that. We've got Dai. Dai has managed to make a comeback. All the people were putting a knife in the back of Dai's back. But no, it's made a comeback, folks. And it did pretty much bounce off pretty close to where, this is Brendan in our chat. He's our TA specialist. And he's pretty much called it there, bounced off pretty nicely. And 00061. So not 2 good days in the office there. 24% is old P-Dai. Can it go to glory? We will see. Wrap Bitcoin at the moment is $109. on the old Pulsechain. This is the fork copy, of course, $109. So that's still doing okay, just chilling around. Not really moved yet, but might move. We'll see. A Troper is up 25%. Treasury Bill's up 44%. Let's have a look at Treasury Bill. 2 good days in the office there. That's right off the bottom, though, isn't it? Right off the bottom, but doing very well. Teddy Bear is up 40% as well. Let's have a quick look at Teddy Bear. That's off the bottom as well. So they're all doing pretty similar moves. Pepe, the meme coin, is up 22%. So we'll have a quick look at that. Let's have a look. Bam. Yeah, that's up pretty nicely there as well on the old Pepe. The big brand of meme coin. We'll see whether they get on 9inch as well. That's Pepe. What else have we got there? Just looking for SHIB. SHIB is up 10%. So SHIB is up 10%. Let's have a look there. Waiting for that to update. It's up 10%, so not too bad. 63K in liquidity as well. Might have to refresh that again. And we'll get rid of that. Bam. There we are. That's SHIB. So SHIB is on the rise as well. Looking at the full view, that's the full view of the chart there. Give you some context at the moment on SHIB. Pretty cool. That's some of the highlights there. Just waiting for the render again. Probably my computer. It's very hot here, so maybe the computer's getting a bit overheated, but that's going to play there. Pulse Bitcoin is up 30%. What else is up? Uniswap up 14%. Those are some of the bigger ones there. And yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. All right, let's jump over to the meme coins quickly. So let's see what the meme coins are doing. Where the ETH goes up 4.5%. Mega is up 65%. Make Ethereum great again. Well, Ethereum is making itself great again, but Mega is benefiting from it. And that is a big pump there at the moment, 65%. So well done to those in Mega. What else there? Axis is up 16% to 5,500. Reflex is up 8% as well. What else there? Dodge is up 18% there. I think that's the Jeff Kadakis one. And those are some of the highlights there. Let's quickly go to the 9inch. Have a look at the 9inch deck. See how that's going. 9inch, of course. Let's see there. We're up down 14%. Down 14% on the main token. Wow. Okay. Still getting punished is the 9inch there, particularly while the market's rising. So when will it hit its bottom and start to recuperate? That is the hourly there. That's the daily on 9inch there. So yeah, it's still under pressure. It will probably find a bottom and then probably bounce from there. But at the moment, quadruple 0215 is where the price is at the moment, down 14% on 9inch on the Pulsechain side. Just trying to look out for any standouts here. BBC is down to 19 cents. Wow. Okay, so yeah, still getting told off by the market. Still getting told off at the market. 18 cents there at the moment on the old BBC. So there we go, down 27%. Wow. Okay, so that is pretty much it. Are there any green shoots? There are. BBC on Ethereum is up 6%. And where the ETH go is up 4% at $2. So where the ETH go has been the best performer in my view overall on these meme coins. And everything else is pretty much flat. Paul Pleb is down 8%. So that is pretty much it. All right. But we have got some good news from 9inch. So let's talk about that first. 9inch had a big town hall, of course, getting some good exposure for 9inch decks and also for Pulsechain. And that is Hexy Bastard talked about Pulsechain and 9inch to a massive crowd that typically doesn't like Pulsechain or Bitcoin. And, of course, that was on there as well. 20,000 likes on that one for that view. And, of course, we're going to scroll back up here. So 9inch getting out there doing some good promotion. Correction, 4 p.m. Okay, so we missed that part. Let me just jump through there. Town Hall. So how many tweets did that get? 17,000. So that's pretty cool. And, of course, this is here. So we are live with Mario Nafal. And, of course, 9,500 likes on that. So it was really cool. I'm going to post this if you want to check it out. Listen to that live stream. But anyway, they had 102,000 people tune into that from the looks of it. So 102,000 at least listeners on that one. So really good exposure. And at this time of the market, very, very cool indeed. So 9inch, what would you call it? Twitter space. Twitter space. So well done to Hexy Bastard on that one. That's a very good exposure. That is the link there. Boom. There we go. 9inch Twitter account. You want to go and listen to that Twitter space and check it out. as well. I will post it in the Discord afterwards, so stay tuned for that. So that's pretty much it. Really good exposure there. Bit of a shout out here from Money Talk with Dane, whoever that is, I don't know. Shout out Hexy Bastard, marketing this morning. He paid $30,000 to be in the Mario Spaces today to shill the ecosystem where you found us at. So that was really cool. So that is a good, I would say, a good investment in money there. If you take out the exposure that you have as well. So let me just do some maths there. So if you take $30,000 and you divide that by let's say 105,000 people, that is 28 cents a person. I think that's probably a pretty good spend since they're all crypto people too. So for the most part, so good stuff there on that one. So well done on that promotion. That's what we love to see, that sort of stuff. That is very cool. All right, so the other thing we're going to talk about is Coast. Before we do that, though, let's get into the Pulsechain projects. This is our main category number 4. And, of course, let's see how we're going with these ones here. I'm going to, instead of sorting by liquidity, I'm just going to sort by percentages to pull out the bigger ones there. Now, Pulse LN. I want to talk about Pulse LN. It is up 30%. Now, I used Pulse LN today. Man, it is so good. So good. It was so fast. Unbelievable. And the rates were so good. Wow. I was going to be using Portal X or something, and then I decided to use Pulse LN. And, man, it was better. And that for this particular measure, which was BNB to Pulse, I was doing. So that was kind of cool. Really efficient. And so hats off to Pulse LN if you haven't used it, try it out. The links are in useful links on our Discord. Go to useful links. You can see on-chain and cross-chain swapping platforms. We've got them all listed there. And, man, it was really good on Pulse LN. So hats off to them. Anyway, they got pumped 30% today on that one. And, yeah, really great on-ramping service to Pulsechain, off-ramp, on-ramp. Really cool. So big shout-out to them. PLS, Pulse Reflections there, up 19%. Not too bad there as well. Pulse rate there is up 17%. Spark Swap is up 16%. So a couple of the ROI protocols tokens are actually rallied on those. Those are typically the more speculative ones. What else there? Kira is up 13%. Beetroot is up 12%. And of course, we're waiting for Beetroot, right, with the Sugar Beet project protocol coming up with the staking. Not protocol, but staking feature that's coming up. And Trust Swap there up 10%. Texan token up 10% as well. And of course, Tetra there is up 10% as well. We're going to talk about that too as well, related to our PSI's comments earlier in the live stream. So those are the kind of the hot to trots at the moment. Let's get into some of the other news. So we talked about 9inch there. Let's talk about Coast at the moment. So let's go to Weight Token and find Weight Token. We're going to sort by Weight Token here at the moment and scroll down. So let's do that. Let me just scroll down here on the computer. Yeah, that's good. So we're going to scroll down on here and find the Weight Token. This is the Weight Token at the moment. You get 5,000 of these. Of course, you're onboarding. Let's go to the pool there. Bam. And yeah, so at the moment it's down 4% at the moment on the Weight Token. So it makes it even cheaper for you to get cheaper fees. If you do 100,000, buy 100,000 Weight Tokens and stake it on the Coast platform, you get your fees are at 1%. So it's pretty good value for that. Anyway, Coast is getting closer to $3 million in terms of stablecoin CSD on Pulsechain, and that's really exciting. So looking good. Whee! I had to cover that, but the main thing I want to talk about is the new feature here coming up here. So new update coming to Coast. Buying on Pulsechain is getting easier. Final test under the way. So we're going to play this video. I've got the video loaded up, so let's play it. I've changed the music out, but I hope you guys enjoy this. Actually, that's the wrong video. So we'll remove that video. Where's my video? Okay, I've got to pull the video up. Sorry, I thought I had preloaded it, and I have not. So let me just find that. I think this is the one here. So let's play that. Bam. All right, that's a sneak peek of that, and it looks like I had 2 soundtracks on that video. That's hilarious. Hey, so that is the sneak peek there. So US dollars basically into the Coast stablecoin. Look at that, beautiful. And they got a buy summary there. So really, really exciting on that one. So very, very cool. So hats off to the Coast team for adding more value. It's even getting better, right? So that's what we like to see. All right, so that was it there. I had actually overlaid the video, but there's 2 soundtracks on that. That was hilarious. All right, we move on. So we're going to get into some of the roadmap here. Let's do that, and we're going to add on Pulsechain. So let's go bam, and let's go bam, bam. Bam, bam. Is that the Flintstones? Bam, bam. Yeah, remember that? Flintstones, bam, bam. No, okay. All right, let's move on. All right, so that is our roadmap here at the moment with some of the projects. Now, there's many more projects that are not on here that will be launching on Pulsechain, over 180 all up. And so this is getting to some of the big ones and some of the ones that we know with their launch dates, right? So kind of cool. And let's get into some of the stuff there. So we talked about Coast, which is kind of cool. Now, liquid loans. Where is liquid loans? Question mark. Where are you? Where are you? The biggest sacrifice project, right? $51 million. It's an ecosystem. So it's going to have, we've already had Pulsechain Safe, which is a multi-sig product out. That's already out now. You can use that to use multiple wallets to control an account. And, of course, you've also got Fetch Oracle coming, right? So we're waiting for Fetch Oracle. So that is expected. I've got that for tomorrow, but we'll see. This was based on Crypto Crazies talking about a couple of weeks. So I've took that as 3 weeks and put it out here on the 10th of November. But we may have to shift these dates because we've only got that's today. That's today. So we're going to get it today. I don't know about that, but we'll keep a lookout for that. We're going to move it one more day. We'll move it one more day over to the 11th. We'll see how we go. We may very well get that this weekend. Now, it's going to be a ramp up, right? It's not just going to, from what we can tell, it's just not going to just suddenly appear and we've got all the assets on there. We've got all these Oracle reporters. We're expecting that to ramp up, probably start off with Pulse and then build up from there. That's kind of the logic we're expecting on Fetch Oracle. But a lot of protocols that need to use it, including liquid loans. So this is kind of the lay of the land at the moment and ahead of us. So we'll keep a lookout for Fetch Oracle. We may have to shift all these dates a couple of days, depending on what's happening there. But Liquid Loans posted this recent promotional post just earlier today, and it says, we're keeping this article updated for you so that you always know where you can buy Pulse, with Liquid Loans launching on Pulsechain soon. So they've still got this this sort of anticipation about launch, and so yeah, it's still coming pretty closely. So hopefully we'll get an update around the Fetch Oracle soon, right? That's really the key to unlock the rest of these protocols, including some other ones like PulsePot and others. So we'll be looking out for that. Now, the other thing, of course, is SugarBeat. That may come out today or tomorrow. We're going to move that one day as well to the 11th. But SugarBeat coming out there from Beetroot. That's the other one we're waiting for too. We've obviously got Barista coming out after Liquid Loans. We've got TRH Protocol, PulsePot, Note Token, and, of course, TYCZ in the new year. But we've also got Tetra here from some of the comments. We're going to scroll right back up to PSI, who posted some updates here from RH Max, another influencer in the space. And, of course, this is some of the things here. Did you see Tetra set a launch date for its DEX aggregator next Friday the 17th? It will include cross-DEX limit orders, and you can swap up to 5 tokens for 1 token if you want to do that for some reason. So really, really cool. I could see some good use cases for that, actually, PSI. But that is it. So we've got that in the calendar here, the 17th. So that is in here. So Tetra DEX there. Now, Tetra is one of the innovative projects on Pulsechain, brings some really cool technology for people that aren't coders, and really makes sort of coding a visualized sport, as it were. So that's probably going to be popular for a certain part of the crypto market. We'll adapt to that. So I think it's pretty exciting. It's a very cool update there from PSI. Another one, of course, was Tetra staking pools open the following Friday, 24th. Not sure on the strategy rollout schedule. And, of course, we've got those in here as well. The second round, we already had the first round. Remember, we covered that, a month or so back. And they finished, right? They finished already. So was it 2 months back or some time now? And then we obviously, PSI's got Atlas, the main dashboard. Will launch on the 17th too, with features being released as we go, such as staking and strategies. And, of course, that's going to be popular. So then we've got that in here as well with the Atlas dashboards on the 17th. So definitely looking forward to that, PSI. And, yes, RH Max had a fairly extensive stream earlier with an in-depth discussion if you want to go follow up on that. So check out RH Max on YouTube if you want to find out more details about Tetra and their products that are coming up, because very, very cool project indeed. One of our better ones, I would say, from a technological point of view. So looking good. All right. So I said I'd cover that again. That's kind of where we are at the moment. Looking pretty good. We're at 50 minutes on the hour. Let's jump through some of these comments down here. We got way up to there, didn't we? Let's see here. Joey Troy's in the house there. Hi all. You can see Joey. I think that's where I'm up to. Hopefully I'm up to that point. What percentage? Well, I normally cover those percentages, John. I've covered them every day. Yesterday, I think I did it today. But we're getting close. We're getting close. I'm not sure if I'm bullish or bearish. I love the price pumps, but I just like just one more quick dump so I can buy those bottom prices again. Guess I should just accept those prices are gone forever, says Rod Patrick. Well, gone for the time being, that's for sure, Rod. And we may not see them again. Yeah, it's always a bottom, but maybe we have a higher bottom, right? That's what we're looking for there in the future. Yeah, lots of smiley faces, Rod. You've been here for months, mate, to be able to DCA. You've been here for months, Rod. You know it. You know it. Pac-Man says, boom, let's go. Pulsex, Realm, what's it? SYN, PLS, and a couple others there. Nice one, Pac-Man. Welcome to the chat. It's been a little while, hasn't it? Creepy Coin. Hello. Good to see Creepy Coin. And who else has jumped in here? We got Scotty in the house there. Let's go. Absolutely, Scotty. Big shout out to you, man. I might play a tribute to you at the end of the live stream. How about that? And yes, join our Discord. If you haven't joined, the links, there is the link. And of course, 16 cents a day, you get all the alpha, all the information, and all the useful links, as well as the best community. There are multiple things happening in there. So kind of cool. Ross Pick says, yeah, I know it's man. You do. You've been one of the lucky ones, to be honest. You've been smart, not just lucky, but smart. That's the way it goes. All right, so that is pretty much that on that. So we were waiting for this. Hopefully we get the Oracle out. Maybe if we get it launched this weekend, that'd be great. That would be a very good bullish thing. As we're sort of building up in the bull market, really, really cool stuff to see there. Anyway, we got Pulse at the moment. We got a brand new candle today. And yeah, we're heading up there. So quadruple 07393. We're 74% of the sacrifice price. And just that little bit there. How much to get back to the sacrifice, which is also the mean price. The pre-SEC price is 35%. So there we are. There's your answer to get back to the Pulse one there. We're going to get into the Hex Daily Stats. So hex.com, check it out. You can buy Hex on Ethereum or Pulsechain, then burn it for T-shares. T-shares are kind of like your ownership share or your miner, and you can then mine more Hex back. And of course, that's kind of cool. So let's get into the results. We haven't got Ethereum out yet, but have we got Pulsechain? Yes, we have. So day 181, as we get only 2 days away from 100 from 6 months. We got the date there at the 9th of November. The price is up 7.8% to 1.554 cents, looking really strong as PHEX there, and maybe it's got a lot more upside in it as well. We've got the share rate there up to 1.6 to 30,304, but most importantly is the payout today is awesome. Look at that, 7.222 Hex per T-share, looking really, really good. The average mine length 6.9 years on Pulsechain, 41% APY today, so looking super strong. And what else there? The T-shares up 7,400. We got 9,810,000 T-shares in the ownership pool that share in the rewards each day. So looking really cool. Not sure what happened there. I must have hit the mouse button. 9.67% of all Hex is locked on the old Pulsechain. We had massive penalties today, almost 12 million, and we got 70.88 million Hex in that reward pool that the T-share miners are getting. So congratulations, T-share miners. Looking at the growth numbers, we're up 21 liquid holders. We're down 4 miners at the moment. We've got 124,429 miners on the old Pulsechain for Hex, and that was day 181. And we haven't got Ethereum out today, so we'll probably read that out tomorrow. But that will be day 1438 when it comes out. So we just moved on to day 1439 for Ethereum, and for Pulsechain we're on day 182. So basically we're 1 day away from 6 months. So tomorrow we'll start day 183. And I guess halfway during that day, we'll be technically 6 months on day 183, right? So exciting times. You guys are all here in the first 6 months. Congratulations. That's really amazing. All right. So that's how you do. That's how you roll. You accumulate in the early time frame and you play out. And your timing couldn't be better with crypto and that building up at the moment. So let's have a quick look. One more look at the old crypto and hex.com. Check it out. There we are. BTC 36,661. Ethereum holding strong there at 2,114, up almost 12%. And of course, if Ethereum leads the way, we may very well get that altcoin run start to happen. Just start to happen, I'd say. And of course, that would be exciting. Remember that the Ethereum got up to $4,900 in the last bull market. Bitcoin got up, what, 69,000. So we've got a long way to go for that. And of course, we're expecting arguably over maybe a long bull period. Maybe it's 9 months, maybe it's a year and a half, but we had to, continue that rally towards a new all-time high. Definitely looks doable now that we have the biggest capital markets opening up to crypto. That seems reasonable. Now, we may have a sell the news event on the actual launch of some of these approvals, but then we'll have the actual capital flowing in as well over time. So that's what's going to lift the markets. And then, of course, the Bitcoin halving, right? The Bitcoin halving in April the 17th. So really, really excited about that. Just to remind you quickly that Tom Lee was talking about 150 to 180K for Bitcoin. And of course, most of that coming from his point of view from the Bitcoin ETFs. So they are considered the more valuable of the two compared to the halving, which is important. Remember, the halving is going down to 3.75 Bitcoin per block reward on the old Bitcoin exchange, Bitcoin chain. So that gives you some context there. All right, looking great. I'm so excited. This is really, really cool. And of course, we'll watch the Pulsechain and Pulsex slowly build up. And of course, PHEX certainly looking good at the moment. All right, I think we're going to wrap that up. Roger Beck says, yeah. I like that comment. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to play out 2 things on the way out. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell if you're on Hex Token channel, Superman Crypto, or Pulsechain YouTube. Leave your comments if you're watching after the live show. Always respond to those. And of course, if you want to become a member of Hex Token channel or Superman Crypto, hit the join button. We've got different memberships on both channels that you can join. And more importantly, across the board, if you're on any of those channels, join our Discord. It is awesome. And I've got a new product coming out for that shortly. So I'll be talking about that probably tomorrow, the next day. So stay tuned for that. In any case, 16 cents a day, get the best alpha and the best community. You can't do much better than that, right? Hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys all the same time tomorrow with the latest news. Take care. Peace out, everybody. Bye for now.
Around the world about the need for crypto. I mean, when you think about, I think some of this rally is way beyond the rumor. I think the rally today is about a flight to quality with all the, all the issues around the Israeli war now, global terrorism. And I think there's more people running into a flight to quality, whether that is in treasuries, gold, or crypto, depending on how you think about it. And I believe crypto will play that type of role as a flight to quality.
Well, I drifted off again at work, thinking about Pulsechain. And occasionally I think back to that twerk, Richard Hart bringing his game. Well, I didn't make the sacrifice 'cause I came too late, but day one I'm still making it rain. Oh, I drifted off again at work, thinking about Pulsechain. I woke up in a sweat last night, dreaming about Pulsex. Won't be long before I'm going to bed, wearing a Rolex. There's so much to love about it, I can't pick my favorite. It's almost better than sex. Well, oh, I woke up in a sweat last night, dreaming about Pulsex. If you wanna be set up for life, you better stake your hats. Might as well start with 5555, a financial suplex. Generational wealth is just a click away. It's a Nobel Prize worthy set up for life. You better stake your Hex. A financial suplex, a Nobel Prize worthy flex. You better stake your Hex.